Hi guys, here I am again with some of my thoughts and opinions on what's been going on in the smartphone industry at the moment. So this week Apple have decided they are going to sue Samsung for patent infringements. There's a series of ones they've filed a claim for, but most specifically it's about the Samsung Galaxy range looking a little bit too much like the iPhone and the iPad against the Galaxy Tab. Apple has seemed to have a little bit of a habit of doing this. They are trying to sue Nokia and HTC, and I can't really see what they've got to gain. Yes, they do get a load of publicity, and maybe Samsung have. I don't know the legalities around it, but if they have, do Apple really gain anything from proving a point or suing Samsung? It costs both of the companies a load of money, and do people really care? I don't think they really do. I mean, the iPhone is just outselling anything, so why do Apple feel that they need to prove a point with suing Samsung or any of the other companies that they are? I guess it's about the fact that they have innovated and that other companies think they can just get away, so it's a little bit about proving a point to the other companies. But it'd be interesting to see if that one does in the long term go through, because the HTC and Nokia ones are still pending, but legal cases take so much time. So that's the first thing. The second thing, there's been an interesting report in The Guardian, and it's kind of related to mobile, so I thought I'd cover it. 23% of 16 to 24-year-olds would suggest that they would suffer if they didn't have TV in their lives. However, 28% said that they would struggle if they didn't have a phone, and 26% said they'd struggle if they didn't have the internet. Now, I think this is a pretty interesting statistic to see that more people are now reliant on their phones and the internet than they are TV in the home, especially in the UK, which is something that over the years has become quite a social thing to watch telly. But with the invention of the mobile phone and the development of the smartphone and now the superphone, and having the internet on the phones, it's become easier and easier for people to get new content online, and there's no need to watch a television. I personally just about fall within that age bracket, and I don't believe that I would suffer without television. I hardly watch television. Yes, I have it and I have cable services, but there's very few times that I actually sit down to watch it, or if I do, it's all been recorded and I watch it at a time that's more convenient for myself. And I'd actually say I watch the majority of stuff on things like BBC iPlayer or ITV Player from my mobile phone or from my desktop PC. So it's quite an interesting statistic, and I'd be interested to see what your thoughts are on that, because in line with that, the research suggested that parents thought that, in fact, that they were less savvy on the internet and technically than their children are. So if you're a parent, do you feel your children are more tech savvy when it comes to the internet, or are you personally more afraid to what goes on the internet? Be interested to hear your thoughts. And finally, the Nokia E7. It's due to launch SIM-free next week, and a few reviews are popping up on the web now about it. I'm not going to give you a full rundown on the device, but I just thought I'd bring your attention to a couple of things, really. It's a lovely looking unit. It's got a little bit of a Nokia N8S style about it, but the nice thing is it does have a slide out keyboard, or a keyboard that reveals from the pop-up screen. Now, Symbian 3, which is on this, has received quite a bit of attention for perhaps not being as good as it should, but I'll leave that one for you to make your decisions from the other reviews that exist. But what I really want to draw attention to is just what could potentially be a good and bad thing about the Nokia E7, and I'm undecided, and it is this mechanism for the screen and the keyboard. It's really difficult to open up the keyboard. You've got this flat edge here, and it's all integrated within the chassis of the device, and you actually have to turn the device round and push down and up to reveal the keyboard. Now that's great if you've got time, but if you're really in a rush and you just want to pop out the keyboard, it can be really difficult. And I've heard of people who've actually dropped this as they're trying to open the keyboard simply because it is that difficult. And I'm unsure as to whether that's a really good thing, because the majority of things can be done from the touch screen and the reliance on the keyboard is not as great as it once was. But people opting for this device probably are because they want a physical keyboard. And if you can't access your keyboard very quickly or easily, that's going to put a lot of users off. And it just takes a bit of getting used to. It does get easier over time, I must admit, but it shouldn't. It should be natural straight away. Once you do reveal the keyboard, it's quite nice. It's only 4 lines of keys, but you know, it's pretty reasonable. It fills the majority of the width of the device. So be interested to see what your thoughts are too on the keyboard mechanisms. I mean, it's really strong. It's not going to break in a hurry, but what's more important, rigidity or speed of access to your keyboard and ease of use? You tell me. Well, until next time, that's it. Thanks for watching.